Hello guys, today we're going to be doing a video on control using the RTX 3050. We're running a Ryzen 3700X with 32 GB RAM running at 3200 MHz. We're going to be starting it off on 1080p on the low preset. No DLSS. And should we have low texture as well? I think we'll go with medium textures. We'll put it on low. Doesn't make any sense to have it on medium. And screen space reflections off. Motion blur off, and no ray tracing yet, but I will enable it as well. We're getting 110 FPS in this intro area, but this intro area is very light, so you will be seeing lower FPS once you play through past this section. Low settings isn't that bad either. I actually like the look of low. It doesn't give it away that it's running at low. It looks more like medium more than anything. Obviously, it would need some anti-aliasing, but other than that, up close it does give it away, but normally playing looks fine. Nothing really wrong with how the game looks. Alright, let's go ahead and enable ray tracing. We'll just try it on medium for now. We were getting like 110 FPS before. My mouse stopped working. There we go. Nice little glitch there. Are we already getting 50 FPS for just having medium ray tracing on? I mean, it feels fine. Doesn't feel laggy or anything, but we just lost more than half our frames. Pretty crazy. Yeah, the game doesn't feel as smooth actually. It doesn't feel super laggy, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like the smoothest either. Wait, something really funny happened. As I was about to start recording, the service for Cloudflare, I believe, went down. Or they got hit offline, I don't know. And any services that were using it, they couldn't go online anymore, so we couldn't access Discord, Epic Game Store, Valorant, all that. Just could not be accessed anymore. But they came back up in like 20 minutes, I think. 20-30 minutes. Okay. Let's go ahead and push it up to medium settings. I'm gonna go ahead and disable ray tracing. Push it back up to medium preset. We're gonna keep it on medium, just to make it fair. Have everything medium, and then disable motion blur, and no ray tracing yet.
Is it safe to go?
Let's go. Wow, we're getting 60 FPS now, so looking forward to seeing how this looks at 1080p with DLSS. Some games use DLSS really well, and it still looks really nice at 1080p, while others you need to play at 4K for it to look decent. It's actually a nice area to enable it as well. There's a lot of reflection on the floor. Let's see how this runs. 30 FPS. Okay, 45 FPS. The mouse movement's feeling kind of stuttery and kind of laggy, but the game itself feels smooth enough. 41 FPS. Let's run around. These reflections though looking real nice. Let's actually go ahead and enable DLSS. Okay, we're playing the game with DLSS enabled now. Render resolution set at 720p, and still the same preset as before. Game looks basically unchanged. It looks very good still. Wow, this looks really nice. No signs of blurriness that I can see. FPS isn't too much better though. We're only sitting at 60 FPS now. So we gain like 15 FPS, I think. 15 to 20 FPS by enabling DLSS. Feels very smooth, but we're still falling below 60. Let's go ahead and play at no DLSS and play at the high preset. This is the high preset and no ray tracing yet. Motion blur disabled. This will be very good for lighting. So testing out ray tracing.
Alright, it's our enemy.
Game still feels fine. Game is very demanding, I guess. I thought it would be running a lot better, but like as soon as you move off the low preset, you fall below 100 FPS super easily. Yeah, okay, as soon as you move... Oh, okay, also another thing with DLSS, but it still does a great job. I still can't tell a difference with how the game looks, or the quality of the image, I mean, at 720p DLSS. But still, there's still some slight things that give it away. Let's go ahead and enable ray tracing, set it to high. This is gonna be very taxing to run. This is gonna be tough. Wait, I still think I have DLSS enabled, right? Disable DLSS, 30 FPS lock. Okay, it's not bad. Ray tracing set to high, the game is running at high preset, no DLSS. I would imagine once I enable DLSS we're going to be sitting at like 45 FPS. The mouse aim feels very sluggish and it's very hard to aim right now. But the game itself, if I was playing on a controller, this would probably feel fine still. 30 FPS. But I mean, is ray tracing really worth it when you have screen space reflections? I don't think so. I think I'd rather have screen space reflections, play at high settings with DLSS than lose all my frames for a little bit of improved reflections. It's not bad. It feels way better, of course. The aiming feels way better. This is a good spot to actually see the difference between ray traced and screen space. This is screen space, and then this is ray traced. Disable ray tracing. Oh, okay. It's way more. The surface becomes way more matte. Even with screen space. Oh wow, okay, there's actually a very big difference in this game. This looks way better for sure. But how does it play on low ray tracing? $50 FPS, very close to 60. And the main reflections are still there. Yeah, I don't think we need the extra reflections, you know? I mean, it's obviously a bonus if you can run them, but like the shadows, all these are just extra. The main thing is the reflections we want. It doesn't quite, it plays at 50 FPS when you have them on medium. Alright, playing at 1440p on the low preset, we are holding 60 FPS. Falling below 60, okay, we're falling below 60 at times, but honestly not that bad. This card can only do very well at 1440p low. And 4K if you have DLSS available to you. Pushing it up to like medium and high, you're gonna fall below 60. Into the 30s probably, 40s. 4K low. What's that VRAM looking like? 7 gigs? We still have a gig left. This looks super sharp at 4K, wow. We're getting 30 FPS by default. So it's still playable if you want to play at 4K, and the game looks fantastic, even on low settings. Enabling DLSS. Should push it to 60 FPS, right? 47 FPS, okay. Not bad, still very good. Still playable at 4K. And just for the fun of it, let's go ahead and play at high settings and then we'll wrap up the video. Alright, we're getting 30 FPS at 4K, high settings with DLSS as well. So, if you disable it, you're gonna fall into the 20s very easily. It will become very unplayable. Alright. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. If you did, give it a like and a subscription. I highly appreciate it. See you next time.